Right now on the television, Zaslow on First Take, they are asking the question, are Cavs proving to be the tougher matchup for the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals? The thing that I wanted to ask you guys, if you've been listening to the show for a while, you've heard me say that Toronto, an otherwise good team, has exactly zero chance if it had faced the New York Knicks because of the matchup problems. Cleveland has been exposed the last few years. I don't get it, but they have more trouble with Mitchell Robinson. Their front line has more trouble with Mitchell Robinson than any team in the league, and he has rendered Mobley useless a few times, and I think Jared Allen missed one of the series, but Cleveland pre-James Harden, no shot against the Knicks, 0% shot. But James Harden changes things. And the thing that I wanted to ask you guys based on last night's game, okay, bit of a stunner. Bit of a stunner for a couple of reasons. Detroit's Achilles heel is offensive, and they are offensive on offense when they have 4 shot clock violations in the fourth quarter. Like, they've got a big problem there that they don't quite have a James Harden. Cade Cunningham turns the ball over a lot, but they've got a lot of limitations, and there isn't a player who's cost himself more money this postseason than Jalen Duren.
Oh, woof.
I mean, just dismantled in a way that's super weird for an all-star.
Like, not a big-time player?
I mean, just not an all-star. Not proving to be an all-star.
Didn't play in the fourth or overtime.
Well, they were plus 14 when he wasn't on the court.
Last handful of games for Jalen Duren: 9, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. 11 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists.
How do you have 4 rebounds every game?
8 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist.
But this is what I'm telling you about what Mobley and Allen can do to somebody like Duren, they can't do to the Knicks. Like, they have serious issues on Mitchell Robinson, but James Harden and that trade is meant to be a difference maker. And the thing that I wanted to ask you guys and the audience, because I really am having trouble throughout the history of all sports finding a perfect comp for what it is that I'm about to say, which is James Harden is an all-time player. He is excellent in a way that cannot be disputed. And yet, because he's representative of a time when some people have turned on basketball, and he represents some of the reasons that people have turned on basketball, playing for so many teams, questions about how much he cares, even though I'm telling you, you can't be an MVP of that league if you don't actually care. You're not going to be better than all of the world's best athletes not caring. There is no human being who's been born, who's not taking care of his craft, who's not named Shaq, who can go into the league and just be better than everyone else while not caring. But his style of play is also unlikable. So he also represents the advent of change in a league where you're like, I don't like how they're playing out here, taking all these threes. I like it in the post. I like my basketball to be whatever it is that I remember. So you end up with a player who's indisputably great, but is going to be diminished at every turn because people don't like what he represents. And there aren't a lot of players anywhere else in sports that are as good at what they do as James Harden is at what he does, and are no one's favorite player. And furthermore, who's the team you associate him with? Is it, like, go ahead. Is it Houston?
I think it's Houston,
Is it OKC?
I think it's Houston.
No, I think it's Houston. But you're right. It's a good point because you could say, all right, Durant has bounced around and he doesn't really have a team, but there are plenty of NBA fans who Kevin Durant's their favorite player. There's a lot of NBA fans who feel that way. I don't feel like James Harden is anyone's favorite player.
Put it on the poll at Batard Show. Is James Harden anyone's favorite player? He also has the label, and more than just about anybody going in sports right now, someone who's going to shrink in big moments. And last night could have been one of those moments. He missed 3 free throws. Like, at the end of that game when it's being decided, he grabbed the rebound on one of them, which Detroit can't allow. But he took 6 free throws, missed 3 of them. He was trying to give them the game.
Yeah, I was watching that game. I'm like, are these teams ass?
Yes.
Is this just a bad East? That's a 1 seed from Detroit. And watching them over these last few months, and I know they had the injury to Cade Cunningham, but now he's back. they seem to be really struggling. I'm not impressed with any of these teams. I was watching that game. I'm like, these are both unserious teams.
That was the issue with Detroit, and Amin had talked about it a bunch. Like, if you don't have a secondary player, if Duren can be what Duren was when he was on fire during the regular season, okay, great. You got a post presence that could really score. But when he's out of the game, you do not have a player that can help Cade Cunningham get a shot off.
I don't think it's two teams are ass. I think it's two teams who are not good enough for this moment. You know, Detroit, Cade Cunningham's been phenomenal. Yes, the turnovers are bad, but like he's doing everything by himself.
But the turnovers are bad. James Harden had 6 of those last night. That was not a good James Harden. They'll point out 30 points, but it was inefficient. It was inefficient, and at the end, he did some things that could have very easily stained him.
Yeah, that missed free throw, provided he got the rebound, right? If he doesn't get the rebound, who knows how that game unfolds. I got a comp. Now, he's done some winning, but also he plays in a sport that affords you multiple times a year to potentially win a trophy. But a lot of the things that play with James Harden play to Neymar. Flops. Doesn't take the game seriously. Can he actually be your best player on a championship team? This guy has so many God-given gifts, but he seems like he likes playing poker and partying more than the actual game. I think Neymar's a really good comp.
Do you guys have many others? And what I'm asking for basically is somebody who is eternally excellent, somebody who there is no dispute. You can try to knock him down because you don't like him, and you can certainly criticize that he hasn't won or say whatever you want about his big moments, but there is no disputing that James Harden is an all-time scorer, and yet is so, if not disliked, not liked enough that he would be A, nobody's favorite player, B, continually diluted in regards to his excellence because people don't like all the things that I'm talking about, which he's a bit of a poster child for the last, 10 years of the NBA, where the game gets changed in a way that not everybody likes, and therefore they downgrade his excellence.
I think I've got one guy who played for a lot of teams, all-time great, came off somewhat unlikable, probably not anyone's favorite player, Terrell Owens.
Terrell Owens is a good one, but when I point to like Ricky Henderson or Gary Sheffield or Terrell Owens, I'm also having the added bonus of that's a personality type that whatever is objectionable. Harden's not that. Like Harden's all playing style and
style of play
and job choices, right? Like, but it's not his personality that's bothering you. It's the way he's playing basketball. If you do indeed not like him or downgrade him, but these other 3 guys that have bounced around a lot or their excellence gets diminished, you have no misunderstanding as to why it is they've bounced around. It's not. It's who they are as people, not as players.
As personality-wise, like, what have we ever heard James Harden say outside of Daryl Morey is a liar?
Yeah, but the thing,
I haven't heard him say anything.
What a moment.
But the thing that James Harden, it is a great moment, but the thing that James Harden also ushers in is the era of the Kardashians, all of it. Like, the thing you associate with James Harden is, oh man, he likes himself some strip clubs. Like, that's what the
jersey in the rafters.
That's what the personality is. That's right. Put James Harden's jersey in the
only one they'll be in.
Wasn't T.O. great in the Super Bowl he played in?
He was
though?
fantastic in the Super Bowl.
That does eliminate him a little bit.
He, for whatever reason, he is emblematic of this. And he's not a guy that doesn't, like, he plays. He doesn't do a lot of these maintenance programs that the other guys do, but he just forces his way out of teams. And everyone looks at him and realizes that there's more potential, particularly on the defensive end, too. He's as gifted an offensive two-guard as we've seen in that league. Like, seriously, Mount Rushmore talent at the two-guard position.
Yeah, but I don't believe that there's more potential in James Harden. He's an MVP. He's reached his potential. Like, he's not
0 championships with, like, Mount Rushmore two-guard capabilities.
And he's not going to win a championship.
No, because you can feel it. It's just tangible. You should try harder.
I feel like I've got a decent comp pre-broadcasting career, Charles Barkley.
Yeah, I don't think you guys are doing something here, though, with the winning of a championship or the lack of a winning of a championship that I'm not doing. I'm putting that off to the side. Whether Terrell Owens plays well in a Super Bowl or not is something I'm putting over there. We can have a reasonable discussion about whether James Harden deserves to be in sports viewed as the number one choker that there is anywhere in sports. And that's one kind of conversation to have about him. But it's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the inability to be a favorite player. I'm talking about being representative of a time in basketball which represents a shift that you're sort of the face of, which is what Mike is saying, which I find unfathomable, right? Asking James Harden to try harder, I can feel you're not trying hard enough, and the guy wins MVPs, makes it feel like you're saying the reason he wins MVPs is because the sport's been distorted. It's not because of how excellent he actually is. It's because we've changed so much that we're allowing the guy to take 15 threes a game, and I don't like that, and he becomes emblematic of this thing that I don't like.
But Dan, that's the change that the NBA has seen most recently. Like there was a long stretch of time where the NBA didn't change until that moment. Right? Like you talk about Charles Barkley, was he anybody's favorite player?
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I bought his book.
Okay, I'm from
And
a younger
Philadelphia
generation.
definitely still loves Barkley. I would imagine Phoenix still
does.
loves Barkley.
No, he was my favorite player growing up.
Like, I don't know. Does Houston love Harden still?
I think
in
in Houston,
They might.
What makes it hard with him is that he's traveled around so much, and it usually doesn't end great. But when he was at Houston, there were a lot of people saying Harden's my favorite player. He was very marketable.
Well, when you guys, though, talk about, say, Charles Barkley or another example, Allen Iverson, James Harden is a better basketball player than Allen Iverson, and yet will not be regarded as such because I believe people don't like a ton around him. But when you mention Iverson and Charles Barkley, or even Terrell Owens, really, there are plenty of people who like the guy who's rebellion. James Harden's not that.
No.
Like, there are plenty of people who like the polarizing guy just because he's the anarchist. Allen Iverson represents a time where a lot of people liked his style. The thing that James Harden is doing is he's either causing indifference or anger, but he's not causing what Iverson and Barkley did, which is rallying a bunch of fans around. No, I want to embrace this guy, want to be associated with this guy, want to wear his jersey, want to be about what this guy's style is away from basketball.
That's why Neymar, I think, is a perfect comp. It's not. It's because of the style of play too. It's the flopping, and it's like, oh, you hack the system. You take a bunch of threes and you put your elbow out, trying to get to the line where you can have a 30-point game. And I look at your box score, I'm like, this was a bad game. That's the stuff that a generation of basketball fans absolutely hates. And SGA, who's such an innocuous personality, it's falling on him. The playing style, much like Neymar, bothers people.
The style of play and the choking is number one for Harden. But also, I think we're forgetting to mention, a huge part of what turns off the fan base is eventually, at every spot except for Oklahoma City, he quits. Like, quitting is the thing that a sports fan hates more than anything. He quits when he's not happy. That's way up there in the dislike.
Again, emblematic of the time, though, correct? Like, guy who changes teams, doesn't have an allegiance to any one place. You're never going to associate him with what Sedano was saying is Kobe's in L.A., and LeBron will never get to top him because he spent the entire time in L.A.